The Knicks taking on the Spurs. For the New York Knicks, they're hungry for a big win to start the season off right. The more emphatic, the better, as they set the tone for the year ahead. Spurs, Knicks. We'll be right back after this. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines, and we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous drive and kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the four guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired up.
The NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward position. And for the Spurs, Gang and Aldridge are up front. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. Now here's Harkless.
Hey, yo, right here.
And it's White with the rebound. And it's the Spurs ball. And this matchup with the Knicks, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
Just such a great, aggressive, and confident scoring option right there in the interior.
Get it going.
Pass to Harkless. Here's Payton, and stolen by Murray. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's DeRozan, and he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Knocks it loose, and stolen by Murray. And here is Aldridge.
Screen.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Outside, White. Tries again, and it's laid in by Aldridge.
How about the stretch arms there of Aldridge? Awesome at using those to gobble up a second chance opportunity.
Now Barrett. Robinson dishes to Payton. Pass to Barrett. And here is Harkless. 5 on the clock. Over White. No good off the back of the rim. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Aldridge. Pass to Murray. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Payton against Murray. They need this one. Rebound, San Antonio. DeRozan with it. Murray outside. Offline with his three. Robinson passes to Randall. And it's Gay with the rebound.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Knicks trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Checking out the numbers for Aldridge. Great showing for him last season. Put up about 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
Now here's Payton, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Barrett. Out to Payton, just 4 to shoot. Over Murray. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
He dishes it to Aldridge. Shoots. He shoots again, and he lays it up and in. Aldridge has got 8.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Murray against Payton. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Aldridge. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future. And looking now at some numbers here for Randall. Last season, he played outstanding, 19th in scoring, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. Barrett, no good. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Here's Payton following the bucket by the Spurs. The pass to Harkless. And White with the block. They get it back. Payton finds Randall. Over to the wing. 3 on the clock. To halt the run. Payton can't get it to go. San Antonio leading by 14. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Defended by Harkless. Here's Gay. And another basket for San Antonio.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now here's Payton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And stolen by White. And even 3-on-3 break. Lets it go from deep. Gay. And Gay with the second chance points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so Peyton will bring it up for New York. Looking for their first basket of the game. Pass to Harkless. Outside Robinson. Pass to Peyton. Lets it go with the three. And he's good on the three ball.
Off the pass, Peyton getting his feet set. A nice job there of turning around and cashing in.
Now here's DeRozan. Passes it to Murray. Back to DeRozan. The pass to Gay. And the layup's good off the glass. Gay's got 6.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Pass to Randall. Gay with the block.
Using his length well on defense, Rudy Gay working hard, swats that one away.
And Murray, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Spurs lead by 19.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Randall. Trying to get open is Robinson. And there's Randall on the assist by Peyton.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Murray dishes to Aldridge. Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. No points in the game yet for him. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Knicks shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Two.
Free throw good, Robinson. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Here's DeRozan. Up and in on the layup. DeRozan's got 6.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Neely Keenick kicks to Bullock. Outside Portis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Two.
Free throw good, Portis.
And with the Knicks rebuilding their roster this summer, there is hope in the air.
Well, 2 big swings they were hopeful to take. One was at the draft and ending up getting the second overall pick in R.J. Barrett. Certainly points the team in the right direction. The second one was in free agency. And unfortunately for the New York Knicks, again, a bit of a swing and a miss. So we'll see if through some youth and maybe some flexible contracts, the Knicks can find a way to finally construct something in Gotham.
Now here's Mills. Bullock with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
lets a floater go.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Outside DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Knicks trail by 20. Here's Ntilikina. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. New York, no good that time either.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Mills. Ntilikina can't hit. Inside, here's Mills. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Ntilikina. Feeds to Gibson. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
Here's DeRozan. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
The free throw is off from DeRozan. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for New York. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Working on the inside, Taj Gibson goes to it. Tremendous at imposing his will down there.
Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Mills passes to Pirtle. Shoots over Bullock. Pirtle's shot is off. Knicks trail by 20. Dotson in the corner. The 3 ball. Mills with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Right side, DeRozan. Mills looking it over. 4 on the clock. Launches it. The rebound by Gibson.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Back to Portis. Shoots over Lyles. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Spurs lead by 18. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right, Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
DeRozan out there with Lyles. Then there's Pirtle, then it's Mills, and it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, you know, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would
yes.
we would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage.
Right.
And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, easy call.
And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. Well, it's been an up-and-down start to his career, but we do know that Frank Ntilikina can play defense.
Yeah, interesting to see how it is he progresses in terms of his offensive game. Feels like the league is tending to lean more, Kevin. If you had a decision between a defensive player and an offensive player, it's going the offensive player's way. So Ntilikina is going to have to step up, show that he's improved his shooting range, and then get consistent minutes on the floor.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Now, here's Mills. He's guarded closely, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Spurs have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
One shot.
go, baby. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Mills. The shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Walker taking his time here. Passes it to DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Portis. And the pass to Dotson. And he banks in the layup. Dotson's got his first points of the night.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Shoots from the line. Shot's good by Walker.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Here's Ntilikina. Outside Portis. Sinks the three-pointer. Portis has got 7 points in the game.
Ntilikina sensing when one of his guys was not covered, and then he found him.
Walker finds Pirtle. DeRozan with it. Defended by Gibson. It's DeRozan with the drive.
And here's the stat sheet on DeMar DeRozan. Coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he is in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
The first one falls.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws. And they're having a great second quarter at the line.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Pirtle. Gay comes in for Trey Lyles. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. And a new group in for the Knicks. Randall's checked in for Bobby Portis. Maurice Harkless comes in for Reggie Bullock. Barrett's checked in for Damian Dotson. And it's Peyton in for Ntilikina.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Pass to Gibson. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
To the inside, Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 10 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Randall. Here's Gibson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Taj Gibson is tough, proven veteran who plays well on both ends of the court.
For New York, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Two.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Peyton with the ball. He's picked up by Walker from 11 feet away. Peyton's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And finished off by DeRozan.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
New York calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second-chance points.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Harkless on the wing. DeRozan defending. Now here's Harkless. He's tightly guarded. Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on DeRozan.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Two.
First one falls for him. Second free throw, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Murray kicks to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to DeRozan. Kicks it out to Gay. 6 to shoot. Over Robinson. Here's Aldridge. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, at 7 feet tall and a 7'5" wingspan, Aldridge usually gets a clean shot off inside or gets fouled.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
2.
First free throw is good. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Whitey's checked in for the Spurs. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Payton passes to Barrett. Back to Payton. Down low. And Barrett the bucket on the assist by Payton. Barrett's got his first 2 points.
Alfred Payton scanning the floor, taking a look, taking a picture. He likes what he saw there.
DeRozan passes to Gay. Count the basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Payton. Passes to Harkless. Lets it go from 11, and White with the block. Outside DeRozan. To the middle, here's Gay. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
Capable of playing either forward, the versatility that Gay has, important in today's league for him to stay around.
Payton against Murray. Payton attacking. The shot comes out. Murray with the defensive effort.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Here's Payton after Rudy Gay's bucket. Harkless dishes to Payton. Back to Harkless. Out to Payton, over Murray. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And 5 straight triple-doubles last season for Elfrid Payton, showing his all-around impact.
Amazing with his size and athleticism at the point guard position that he has that kind of versatility. That's some lofty company. I mean, 5 straight triple-doubles, what an amazing run by EP.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
And the Spurs making a change here. Forbes checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And San Antonio shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And, D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That's good from Randall on the assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists tonight. Murray surveying the D. Gay outside. 3-pointer. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
A moment here to see some numbers for Payton. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 10 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Murray, good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Outside Robinson. And there's the pass to Payton. Shot clock at 6. Rebound San Antonio.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Just playing with poise and confidence, man. They continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
White. Randall grabs the board. The Knicks shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Payton can't get it to go.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
The Knicks shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Barrett the pass to Robinson. That one goes. Count it.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Murray. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Some nice passing by New York here. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses. San Antonio's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. 1:56 left in the first half of the game. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Trey Lyles comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Mills in for White. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Randall. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless. Dotson's checked in for Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton. Free throw good, Murray. We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Mills. Poeltl with the steal. The dish now to Mills. To the paint. And the dunk by Lyles.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
Here's Ntilikina, covered by Lyles. Robinson left side, and it's Bullock in the corner. Clock at 6. From the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. And here's Mills. With the floater. Here's Poeltl. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Portis. Here's Dotson to stop the run. San Antonio with the rebound. Poeltl's got his 5th rebound in this one. Mills finds Murray. Back to Mills. Pass to Poeltl. Takes it from 10. Off the left rim and out.
Hey, good rebound, Portis.
Portis, the pass to Bullock. Here's Ntilikina. To the wing on the left. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 18 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Payton, and it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward.
You can see Randall just seeing some open court in front of him, accelerating and making something happen in transition.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
DeRozan.
DeRozan finds Gay to the inside. Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Two.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Here's Payton. Dishes to Barrett.
No shot.
Shot clock at 6. Fade away. Tries it again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
I think Mitchell Robinson is one of those guys. We saw it last year. He might get 4 or 5 blocks a game. So many players tempted to shoot outside shots because Mitchell would play off of them, and then quickly he would get to them and deflect the shot. So incredible quick twitch fibers and quick to the ball to make an impact defensively.
And that one misses. And with Robinson, if he played a full 40 minutes every game, Brent, his block numbers would be outstanding.
Look at you, Kevin, digging into the per 36 minutes statistics.
Yeah.
I like it. He's a great rim protector. He has great activity down there. And if he can stay with the game plan, I think Coach Fizdale is going to find ways to give him more minutes in this season.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Outside, White. Passes it to Gay. The Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Aldridge. Outside for Murray. Payton on the double team. 6 to shoot. Inside. White, good. White's got 5.
Really heads up there, a play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
The feed to Randall. Over Gay. New York, no good that time either.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
There's the pass to DeRozan. Over Randall. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 20 points for DeMar DeRozan. The Knicks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Robinson kicks to Payton. Over Murray. Was shot by Payton, no good.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
And the basket by DeRozan.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Randall, knocked loose. Looking to get it going. Another shot, and Robinson with the layup. 6 points for him.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's White, and the Spurs scoring again.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Outside Robinson. Pass to Randall. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Gay with the defensive effort.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Payton kicks to Harkless. Back to Payton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, Elfrid Payton still has that size at the point guard, which can be difficult for a diminutive guard. He uses it that time to draw contact.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
2.
He's off on the first. The Spurs making a switch here. Walker's checked in, and New York with a change here too. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And here are the Spurs. They're on an 11-3 run. DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Payton against Walker. Payton looking it over. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
A good jumper with long arms, and it's that size that LaMarcus knows all that well. Doesn't want to give up any easy baskets.
Walker's shot is off. New York shooting around 29% from the floor. A tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Down low. And there's Randall on the assist from Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist in this one.
So creative on offense. Randall getting more and more comfortable handling the ball and understanding where he can get to on specific possessions.
To the middle, here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Payton passes to Gibson. Pass to Barrett. With the fadeaway. Count it. Barrett's got his second bucket.
An effective mid-range scorer, Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Walker the pass to Aldridge. Outside, Walker. The pass to White. Gay outside. Pass to DeRozan. That one's not going to go. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Payton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And taking a look here at some stats for White. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
That free throw, no good. A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Lyle comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Mills in for Derek White. And then for New York, Bobby Portis is checked in for Julius Randle. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. That one misses. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Mills passes to DeRozan. Here's Dotson. DeRozan defending. That one falls. Dotson's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
The Knicks have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And it's good, 2 points. Dotson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Wiles kicks to DeRozan. Back to Wiles. Outside, Walker. Back to Wiles. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Payton.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Dotson the pass to Portis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Portis has got 9 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Wiles kicks to Walker. Pass to DeRozan. Shoots over Bullock. DeRozan's shot is off. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks.
Well, it was a season of rebuilding, and Damian Dotson was certainly a bright spot for the Knicks, a guy that just loves to let it fly, and he found his way into some minutes after some roster turnover. It made the best of his chances for Coach Fizdale.
And for Dotson, Brent, it's not always easy for second-round picks to find the chance to increase their role.
Yeah, you wonder, Kevin, if being a second-round pick isn't the thing we should be talking about. It's about Dotson spending 4 years in college and coming in with a more mature perspective so that when the opportunity arose for him to take advantage, he would do so. Looks like he's found a spot in the league.
And he knocks down the first one. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for New York. Good on both. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously, and I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Here is Forbes. Now Mills. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Lyles. Count that bucket. Lyles got 10 points.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Passes it to Dotson. The floater. Rebounded by the Spurs. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And yes, it's good.
Nice job by Patty getting to the inside there. He has such good quick feet. Tough to keep up with him.
Here's Dotson, covered by Lyles. And the shot goes down.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's DeRozan. The shot from the low post is good. DeRozan's got 10 points in just the second half.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Here's Ntilikina. Yep, that one goes in there. Ntilikina's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice touch right there, Ntilikina.
Now, here's DeRozan. He's guarded by Bullock. And it's DeRozan missing. The Knicks shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. And it's Bullock missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lyles kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lyles. 1:35 left to play here in the third. The three from Mills. And the three ball is good. Mills has got his third bucket of the night.
For all the strides he's made in other parts of his game, Mills remains at his heart a dead-eye three-point shooter.
From 15 feet away and off the front iron, and in it goes. Dotson's got 8.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Mills passes to DeRozan. Back to Mills. Here's Lyles. Here's Pirtle. Drops in the layup for 2. Pirtle's got his second basket.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Poked away. Pirtle with the steal. Here's DeRozan. And that one, good. DeRozan's got 30.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Portis kicks to Ntilikina. He feeds it to Gibson. He gets that one. Gibson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Mills with it. Launches a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough, because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's San Antonio running away with this one. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Mills. Pirtle is out there with Medu. Then it's Johnson, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Portis kicks to Ellington. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Knicks on defense. Here's Forbes. Again, the Spurs good for 2. Here's Ntilikina. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
All the talk about Ntilikina coming into the league is that he was an unpolished offensive player, but defensively could get after it and guard the 1, 2, and possibly 3 position. But now it's about him stepping up offensive production.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And New York with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Here's Forbes. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Mills can't hit.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Patty Mills. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Smith has checked in. The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Down low, here's Johnson. It's rebounded by New York. Bullock's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Point guard who can get up and fly. Dennis Smith Jr. makes some reservations.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Now the pass to Johnson. Inside, here's Walker, and the dunk by Walker.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Knox. 5 to shoot. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Knox has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here is Forbes, covered by Smith. Pass to Walker. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio.
One shot.
That's all you, baby.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Ellington with it, working on Walker. Passes it to Bullock. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. Here's Robinson. No good, shot missing. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Murray, the pass to Zeller. Johnson outside. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No, it
can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Back to Robinson. The pass to Knox. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Smith against Murray. Johnson outside. And a wide open look for Walker. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Robinson passes to Knox. From the line, Murray with the defensive effort.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard.
Take a break.
Fortunately, that is
Two
something
shots.
that passes with time.
And he can't get the first one.
Kevin Knox was a bit of a mixed bag in his rookie season, and that's to be expected on a team that didn't have a tremendous amount of consistent talent on the floor. He struggled with his scoring and showed some flashes shooting the ball. It'll be interesting in year 2 where it is that Kevin Knox has made some improvements in the offseason.
And with Knox, Brent, the athleticism is clearly there.
Oh, he can get up and down with the best of them and can rise up and do some exciting things. But for Kevin Knox, it's about consistency. Can he get to some spots on the floor where every night he's capable of making plays, whether that's for him or doing something off the bounce? That's the next step for Kevin Knox.
Robinson dishes to Smith. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Walker. Robinson with the block. Here's Knox. The rebound by Madu.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
Yes.
and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Knox, the pass to Smith. Back to Knox. To stop the drought. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And Knox taking lessons from the school of hard knocks on that play. Nice finish.
The Spurs making a switch here. Forbes checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Reggie Bullock.
One shot.
You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Shot clock at 2. Here's Johnson. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Johnson! New York's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And he lobs it up. It's tipped and stolen by Zeller. Here is Forbes. Kicks it out to Johnson. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Ellington the pass to Dotson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Brett, many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play. And more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for DeMar DeRozan.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Medu. He kicks it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Zeller. Great D that time from Gibson.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.